welcome to my channel. Today I will be doing review. I'll be actually doing two movies review. It will be versus video today, and so this is how we're gonna go. I will explain story of first film, then story of the second film, and then I'll give you my final judgment of which one I like best or which one. I'll give my recommendations and all. The story, the reason I'm doing versus for these two films is because the storyline is very similar. It's almost the same, but film has been made in two different countries, in two different languages, so it's really interesting. So one film is, I watched on Netflix, it's Ms.Mammy, and it's Arabic. I watched it with subtitle. And the second one is a Korean film, The Wonderful Nightmare. Obviously, I've watched both of them with subtitles. I wish I knew that many languages, but that's not the case. So let's discuss about Ms.Mammy first, because it's fresh in my memories. Ms.Mammy is a very successful executive in an advertisement agency, and she is strong and independent, beautiful woman, and she does not believe in marriage and kids and being a housewife or anything like that, because her mother loved her father too much and he cheated on her, and after that she just does not, it broke her mother's heart. She saw everything and now she does not believe in any man, and she just wants to live her life in her own ways. Her boyfriend proposes to her and she refuses it because like everything is going fine. Why do we need to get married? They both lived in their own places. They live in their own independent life. She goes to catch a flight to go somewhere. She falls asleep in the airplane, and then she wakes up in a parallel universe. She's married with 3 kids, and she's married to her boyfriend, and I think it's like fast forward or something. She's really surprised. And she can't grab like what the hell is going on in her life. She tries to go back to her own place. Nobody knows her in her job. Nobody recognizes her. Like the servants and the guard of the house does not let her in. She goes back to her job. It's like one of my really funny scene for me was when the beginning, when she goes to the office, when she's just dressed beautifully, wearing her heels, and she has like really expensive car. She throws her keys at the guard in the office, and they take the keys and they park her car for her. But when she goes as a mom, with like in her pajamas, like hair all messed up, and plus she doesn't work there. She goes there, she throws her keys as in habit to the guard, and the guard throws the keys back at her. It was hilarious. So then the story goes on, and how she manages to cope with being a housewife and children and managing all that, because it is hard. It really is hard. Plus, like, for her to just wake up, like, managing one kid is hard enough. Her having to manage 3 children is, you can imagine, it's really a nightmare. 2 of them are like maybe 7 and 10 maybe. And then she has a little baby as well to look after in the film. And then on top of that, she gets pregnant. So you can see like the cultural difference. Like, it's not a big deal having so many children. She is obviously not happy about the 4th child, and she's very upset about it. But the story moves on. It's a very funny, goofy film, and when she falls in love with her family, with her children, when she gets along with everyone and everything is going fine, then is the time that she wakes up and she rushes back to the boyfriend's house to find out about the children and what's happening. But then when she goes there, he finds children, but another woman, and now she's completely surprised, like, what has happened. But then she becomes really sad. She comes back home only to find that her boyfriend was waiting for her there, and those children were actually his niece and nephew, and the woman was his sister who had visited her. The story ends by them getting married. So it's a happy ending, happy, funny film, family film. Now let's go back to the wonderful nightmare. In the wonderful nightmare, the woman is again very independent, successful lawyer, and she is badass. She is strong and she can win cases, and so she's doing really bad, but really good for her. And the competition, everybody else is jealous from her success. She met a car accident, and when she wakes up, she finds herself in this weird office where she thought like this is the office where they will be making decision whether she will go to hell or heaven. And they are taking their time. They finally call her in the office and they tell her that actually they have made a blunder. She wasn't supposed to die. Some old woman was supposed to die now, but because they had the same name, so the database person made a mistake and she died instead. And also they have killed another married woman in a car accident who was supposed to die 1 month later, but the body is in a condition that they can't use it anymore. So in order to rectify the whole situation, they decide to send her back as a married woman for 1 month while her body will stay in coma, and after 1 month, when she dies, like she plays the death of the other woman, then she can wake up again. So, and she doesn't get to choose. She does shout at them for making this mistake, but she doesn't get to choose. It's like, man, like, do you want to be dead or do you want to do this? So they just quickly send her off. She wakes up and now she's a married woman. She has 2 kids, a boy 6-year-old and a daughter in her teens. She's married to a civil servant. Obviously, the financial situation is not that great, and she is a housewife. She doesn't have a job. All that lavish, rich lifestyle that she had before, all gone poof. And now she lives there. She does try to go to her old place and try to get money from her card and everything, but then she gets arrested, gets in trouble. The husband comes to save her, and then she finds out that he was also studying law, and he is very good. He's very good at his practice, and he still remembers everything. He manages to get her out of getting in trouble or getting into jail or anything. And the reason that he left his studies was that because she got pregnant. There were teenage pregnancy, and she quits his studies, starts working in order to support his family. And same is the case with her. She does not finish her studies, and now she's stuck as a housewife, managing children and living in low income. The woman needs, she learns a lot, like how to tackle with everything. She doesn't know how to cook. She kind of manages that, and with children as well, they're not very easygoing. Plus, it's problematic. So she grows, and also there's one scene where her teenage daughter gets in trouble. Some rich school kid sexually assault her, tries to sexually assault her. She managed to run away, but when they go to the principal and to talk to them, the rich guy comes with his lawyer, and they're like, okay, so he can go live abroad. There's no harm's gonna happen to him because he's rich. He can do whatever, and you just have to suffer because you're poor. But they didn't know that this woman is actually a badass lawyer, and she defends her daughter really well, and the boy ends up paying for his consequences, facing the consequences of the crime he committed. And her daughter then falls in love with her. She loves her mother. She's like, you are very different now, Mom, but I love you. Thank you for defending me. She becomes very close to both children, and she loves her husband. And yes, 1 month, when she is in love with everything, boom, time is up. But before that, another bomb. The other big bomb is because this woman, she had a biological condition where she was losing her eyesight. She had to do like 3 different surgeries in order to keep her eyesight. And now, since she has become the biological mother of the child, the boy, 6-year-old boy, he now has the same problem. She gets really upset with the officer of the heaven for doing this, but they say because the genes of the mother change since you become the mother, so that's how it goes. It's a very sad situation that she's seeing, that her son becoming blind or facing same problem. Plus the financial situation is so bad, like they would not be able to afford all those expensive surgeries, which means the boy can lose his eyesight forever. So she is very, very sad. Well, was really sad as well about it. So this one is more dramatic, so it has some fun part, but it has drama with it. And then they gave her some time so she can go and say goodbye to her children. Obviously she doesn't tell them I'm going to die, but she just tells them look after yourself, be nice, stuff like that. She says her goodbyes, and then boom, she wakes up as herself. She runs to the apartment to find the children and the husband, and also to pay for the operation and all, because that's where she left them. But somebody else lives there, and when she tries to find out where are they, nobody's answering. Like, we don't know this person, they never lived here. She tries to find her friends, the neighbors. She can't find anyone. So she finally gives up. She gives up her job. She's like, I can't live in this place anymore. She books her flight. She wants to go. And in the airplane where you think everything is ended, she sees the children and the father. They're all together. And that's where it ends. They're all in airplane. They're flying. And they met. So the film ends there. Now the conclusion. Which one would I recommend for you to watch? It depends on your mood. For me, I enjoyed both of them. I liked the story of both of them. Learning about different cultures and see how they deal with things was also very interesting to see. So like how they clothe, what they eat, and the family environment. So I did enjoy both films. And it depends on your mood. If you're in a mood of comedy and goofy, just like want to watch something funny and laugh about it, then watch the Netflix version, Ms.Mammy, the Arabic version. But if you don't mind the drama and want to see the character building and the story and everything, then watch the Korean one, The Wonderful Nightmare. I hope you enjoy both of them as I did, and I shall see you in my next video. I will be making more videos on reviews, and my reviews will be international. I'll be doing lots of international film and TV series review. Please subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in the next video. Until then, look after yourself. Bye.